All right, unit 9.4, super keyword. Let's just put this right at the bottom. Not gonna spend a whole lot of time here because we've already seen it. It's kind of difficult to build an API without seeing the super keyword, so we're just gonna do a quick review and then move on to 9.5. So let's do this. First, super. In a constructor, it's always there. A call to the super is always there. If it's a default constructor, it's going to be super without parameters. So this is going to call the parents constructor who is above male. Who is that? Object. So that right here is calling this guy's constructor. You got to remember, object has one constructor in its default. Once we go below, so let's go ahead and bring up the API. Let's look at it. Object was at the top, male's next. Let's go, male is here. After male, we're going down to regular male. And you can see the call to the super constructor. This is calling male's constructor. You got to remember, this is right above me. Super is right above me. You can't skip over, okay? You can't skip over generation. So if I'm here and I invoke the super call, I'm calling male's constructor. Oh, another thing too is, I didn't mention this long time ago, so let's mention it right now. You cannot inherit a constructor. Let me say that again. You cannot inherit a constructor. The other one you cannot inherit as well is a private method. If you have a method that's private, let's say male has a private method, regular male cannot inherit that. So private methods, no. Constructors, no. So what's a constructor? A constructor is just a way to create the instantiation from a top-down design. So it starts with the top. Objects always first, and then everybody else beneath, based on which one you're creating, gets created. So if I want to make a regular envelope, I have to construct the object, then the male, then the regular male, then the envelope. So because that's the case, the construction needs the call to super. And it's one up. Remember, we can only extend one. Okay, single inheritance, not multiple, not in Java. Java does not support multiple inheritance. So once I go up, I'm going to one. So this call is to male. This call is to male. And if I keep going down, same is true. The regular envelope is to regular male. That's what these super calls are. All right, let's take a look at the other type of super. This one. This is calling the parents calculate postage. Okay, so let me point out something that is a little bit tricky here. Suppose I remove the word super. If I did that, what I just created is recursion. I shouldn't say was, but is. So this method is calling itself. Let that one sink in. Recursion is in unit 10. This method is calling itself. So how does it work? Let's say, for example, we had a 1 pound male here. It would come in, it would be true, it would do the weight times the postage, and what postage? This. So it's going to keep going in a circle here, and this is infinite recursion. It's going to keep going and it's going to crash. So we do need to leave the super on. Why? Because this differentiates or distinguishes this calculate postage from the regular mail calculates postage. See, the super is calling this one, not this one. So you can't just leave off the super, especially if you're thinking about calling your parents. This is what I call a partial override, meaning it is an override, but it's using the parent's calculate postage to do the child's calculate postage. Now, if I go across a little bit here, not to that one, but this one's a full override. Okay, this is not using the parent's calculate postage at all. It's completely overriding it. But this one over here, where it is, let's see where it is. I think it's the box, yeah. Where is it? Calculate postage. This one over here, it doesn't also use it. There's another one that I thought used it, but I don't see it. Let's see, calculate postage. All right, this one, calculate postage, did not use it. Priority mail, did not. Regular box, did. Regular envelope, did not. So the postage get overridden partially once and then fully in every other one. So these are complete override. No help from the parent. Only thing we needed was the weight. And since weight is at the very top, everybody gets it. So, super keyword. It's the first in all constructors, whether you write it or not. Okay? So, oh, you might say to yourself, wait a minute, isn't this one missing the super? You're correct. It should be here. It must be the first call. Let me go ahead and kind of mess around a little bit and show you what I mean. Can't be there. Error. Can't be here. Has to be the first thing in the constructor. And let me go to the one that it's used. Box. If the super dot calling a method is used in an overridden method, just generally when it's used, then that is used to differentiate between the one you're writing and the one you're calling, which is in my parents class. Super. It's a keyword. Got to learn how to use it and learn how to use it well. Unit 9.4. That brings us to the end of Unit 9.4.